What do you reckon is the reason why? This is the thing that vexes me the most. Why the secrecy? I mean, it's pretty blooming obvious. You're having an experience with something that is real.
Right.
Why do they continue to deny any knowledge of engagement with anomalous phenomena?
I'm pretty sure it's based on national security and technology, and it's the Department of Defense that enforces that. You know, they have more information, the United States does, about the UFO than any other country, and they covet it.
Well guys, today we're going to be talking about Chris Bledsoe once again, okay? And shit's going crazy. There's so many good interviews going out, there's so many good content, good details coming out, and we're going to be covering it all here, so subscribe, notifications on. Recently, Chris Bledsoe, author of UFO of God, has come out with a lengthy interview with Ross Coulthart, really good journalist with the right standards and credibility. Okay, we're gonna be checking this out. I could not believe it when I saw it, and recently Jesse Michaels had an interview with Ross Coulthart as well, so we're just getting fucking cheated left and right and center. Okay, so make sure you stay a while, don't miss out on this, and let's watch this shit.
What other things are they telling you in a broad sense about humanity?
That, I'll tell you what they told me recently was, and I put this in writing to the Pentagon in 2012 when I told this, okay? And I've told it in my book, and I've told it many times in the last 12 years. One thing she told me was, when you see Iran and Israel exchanging missiles, and I saw it. The way she tells me is a vision of, I see it like a living picture screen. I could see the rockets flying. Then all of a sudden, orbs appeared out of the ocean and everywhere.
So this has been a claim of Bledsoe's for the longest time. Easter 2026, everybody's talking about it. That's his date. He said he knows that down to the time. He's been told by highly credible people. He has contact with Tim Taylor, really mysterious people that you can't get a hold of. And it gave him a lot of credibility. And now people are fucking stressed out about 2026. And this Iran-Israel situation is making it even worse, because he said that these orbs, as you just saw, will be coming out when Israel and Iran starts exchanging rockets. And that's happened. It's happened, guys. The B-2s bombed the fuck out of Iran, okay? So all this news, it's just chaotic. The world is in anarchy, instability, whatever that means for the global economy, etc. Fuck knows, but we're going to find out, right?
And I told the government, that's, if this happens, the orbs are going to appear and wake people up and stop it. That's what she told me. December, November, Iran was firing rockets into Israel. Orbs appeared everywhere. The military freaked and sent up drones to muddy the water.
So you think that's a cover-up? I mean, I must confess,
100%.
We did 2 specials on News Nation about those supposed drones.
They were ours.
There were
I know
some
for
of ours.
sure they were ours.
I'm pretty sure some were ours, but there were definitely. I spoke to somebody this morning, a police officer in New Jersey.
Right.
And he said, I don't believe the government when it says these are just confused. People are just confused. They saw aircraft. He said, I know what they were. They were anomalous. They
were anomalous. They were not. In fact, the drones were ours. I know they were. For one, a fan called me and said, you won't ever believe what just happened. He had a video of this drone hovering over his house, right? It had the little appendages sticking out. It's blinking.
So Chris Bledsoe seems really sure that these drones in New Jersey was ours. You know, there's been so much controversy around that, and they mention appendages with lights on them. I mean, it's really weird shit. But Chris Bledsoe, I think, thinks he's like a god. You know, he's like so knowledgeable about all things lights in the sky. Now he knows what the drones in New Jersey was. So Chris Bledsoe has been studied by the actual government. They put like things on his head to, like, you know, look what activity is happening while he is performing this, summoning, and it's just honestly so interesting. He goes into this mind space, he talks to the lady, and he projects like a curious, respectful, and loving feminine like energy, and supposedly that's how he does this. That's how he describes it, at least. So let me know what you think about all this personally. Do you think he's right about the drones, or do you think he's just a little too eager to be the man to ask about, right?
The same ones you see stuff falling out of. He pulls a laser out and shines it on it. 30 minutes later, the FBI comes to his house and charges him. He's being charged with a federal charge right now for shining a light on a drone. He's like, you didn't say what it was. They said it's illegal to shine a light on any aircraft.
And yet the Federal Transportation Secretary, General Glenn Van Herk, the former head of Northcom NORAD, the current serving general in charge of NORAD, everybody's basically saying they're still mystified by whatever these objects were.
There were orbs. And what happened? I told this in writing to Tim Taylor and NASA and the whole group. And these when you see the missiles, the orbs are going to appear, and they're going to appear to the people. Well, what happened? Here they come. And then the government freaks out. Oh my God. They pulled the plug, de-escalated the fight. The orbs went away, the drones went away.
If Chris Bledsoe's claim has any truth to it whatsoever, there should be footage out there. The US military is, maybe Iran probably as well, they wouldn't do shit without recording it and putting it on file. And as everyone knows, the truth always comes out, even if it's much later and everybody that was involved is dead. And that will probably be the case when we find about a lot of things that the US is up to, especially now. We will probably be long gone before we hear about any of it officially. But while the race is on, the secret Manhattan-style race to reverse engineer this tech, we're not going to be hearing shit about it. I mean, nobody heard about the Manhattan Project while it was ongoing, did they? I'm not really actually sure. We should probably check that out.
Because this April date might just have something come back here and land and get out.
April 2026?
Yeah.
And okay, you've put yourself in it there, Chris.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so you just heard what I heard. And let's just take one moment to let that sink in, okay? Something is gonna land in April 2026 that's gonna get out in front of everyone. Is this disclosure? Is this when everybody's talking about landing on the White House lawn? Is this that scenario? What the fuck? If 2026 nothing happens, Chris Bledsoe is fucked. The whole Bledsoe Said So podcast too, I think. I don't know.
It's going to be Chris Bledsoe says April 2026 is when it all happens.
Well, I said this in my book, so let's revert back to my book.
Sure.
In my book, clearly.
Now my main man Ross is absolutely shocked, and you've got to love it. I love to see it. He is not believing what this man is telling him right now. It's great.
Please states what Chris said. Is the lady explained to me that in April of 26, there would be an alignment where this star, which is a blue star, of Regulus appears on the horizon in front of the Sphinx, and it would be red.
And you know what? This is right.
That's what she said.
I've actually spoken to astronomers. This is the phenomenal thing about this.
Yeah, and she said it'll be red. And when that happens, it would mark a shift into a new knowledge, not an apocalypse. That's what she told me. It doesn't mean Jesus is coming back. There's a new knowledge that's coming. What is that? Is it under the pyramids they've discovered something? Is it the Hall of Records? Is it disclosure?
Now, Chris, I've got to put myself in the position of the splenetic debunkers. They're practically wetting themselves right now. They're so angry.
I love it. I love it.
They're sitting there at home going, oh my God, this is such drivel. How incredulous is cooked up listening to this Chris Bledsoe guy. Why couldn't we believe it? Is it possible she's deceiving you? Even if she is a divine being, an advanced being, couldn't she just be pulling your leg?
Well, she could be, but I can tell you this. When I told this to the government about 2026, I just repeated what she told me. They immediately put remote viewers on it. And all of a sudden, all the remote viewers are saying, oh my God, 2026, 2027, something is going to happen. We don't know what, but something.
But Chris, the official government position publicly is that we don't use remote viewers.
Well, I think we do.
I absolutely love how they joke, and because they both know the insider knowledge that there's these programs, and I forgot the actual name, but it's well known actually. You know, that the US gets these special kids, right, with unique abilities that are really has a lot of potential, and they transform them into remote viewers. You know, it's like it's been compared to the series Stranger Things. So yeah, there's actually these programs where they get these talented people, and JC Michaels interviewed that one guy. I don't know if you remember, we covered it as well. We always do daily upload, subscribe, notifications on, and look down there. But it's been well established, and it's just funny how these two chuckle while knowing the whole insiders, not the whole, but some insiders stuff, and they know that this is bullshit. Funny as fuck.
I mean, it's interesting. I've got many religious friends, and I was having a conversation with one of them the other day, and she teases me that I talk about UFOs and think that they're possibly extraterrestrial or aliens or something like that. She thinks they're angels. And when I asked her what these angels look like, she said they're orbs.
Well, yeah, and I think that's probably what they are, although I don't know. In a court of law, I couldn't tell you that I'm for sure of anything, but I can tell you that they come with prayer. When I say a prayer, that's when they come. I don't do any rituals or any...
Okay, so disagree. I've tried praying for shit to happen. Nothing's ever happened. No proof has ever been provided. So maybe it depends on the person. If you're special, you get said yes to. Okay, your prayer gets answered. But jokes aside, though, like yeah, Bledsoe goes off on this topic, speaking about like how the angel type good beings come out of the light. And then there's some other stuff, maybe rituals, cult-like activities that bring out the bad stuff, like the demons or whatever the fuck the scenario we're talking in, right? And well, I'm pretty sure the Vatican uses ritualistic type things to, you know, for protection, for summoning, for exorcisms. I don't know. But Bledsoe has been there, I think. I'm not too sure. Should check out Diana's shit. I think she went to the pyramids with Bledsoe, and a bunch of other really interesting stuff.
Whatever you may do, or just say a simple prayer.
Oh, well, hey, maybe I'm just not worthy enough, you know. Too many sins. Maybe I'm just too much of a
fucking degenerate. Coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. My future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. Hey, I'm feeling glad